if you're trying to work out your biceps and you see all these different bars at the gyms or different grips that people do when they do a bicep curl, what type of grip works what portion of the biceps, and how do you also hit the forearms when you're doing curls or reverse curls or hammer grip curls? What's going on, right? So as a simple rule of thumb, we have a V curl bar here, right? And this is nice because it lets you have a comfortable grip while you're gripping. And you'll notice if you grip a flat bar like this, it could be uncomfortable on your forearm. People say, it feels like my forearm's gonna break. Well, that's a lot of supination, right? So it's nice to have a little bit of give, and that's what this bar gives you first off, right? So if you're starting here with the inside grip, elbows should be nice and tight. When you come up, you're actually hitting the outer portions more so of your biceps. That's a long head of your bicep. The short head would be in here, right? And if we want to hit the short head, we're going to take the outside grip, and that's how we could hit the short head. Now you're also using some forearm flexor muscles that sit through here. You're hitting the deltoids a little bit if you get into a little bit of shoulder flexion, but primarily when you do an outside grip, it's the inside part of your bicep, and when you do the inside grip, it's the outside part, right? So what if you take it and you flip it over like this? Then what are you hitting, right? So if I had it like this, and I was doing a reverse curl, we know that those are a lot harder, right? Reverse curl like this, I would be hitting actually the brachialis. That's a muscle that's kind of right in here, right? Not the tricep here, kind of right in here, kind of giving you the width, right? More the width of the arm there. You will be hitting the brachioradialis, which is a muscle that sits here, that forearm muscle that's up on the outside there, right? When you keep your palm facing down. All right, so you'll be hitting that, and you're also going to hit the long head of the biceps. Granted, your elbows aren't too wide, right? Because remember, when you're in a little bit tighter, you're going to be hitting the outside parts, right? So that's what you're hitting when you're doing a reverse curl. So which one would you probably do first? Well, you'd probably do the underhand one first, right? Because you could go a little bit heavier. The other one you could do later when it's a little bit lighter. You know, that's not really a primary type of movement you're looking for. So what do we got in terms of the hammer curl, which we have neutral grip? And you can do these all with dumbbells too, but I just want you to know as a rule of thumb what types of muscles you're hitting when you're doing them. When you have the hammer grip here, now we have a nice bar, nice apparatus here, was very, very similar to the reverse curl, right? So here, you know, again, we're getting a lot of that width of the arm here. We're hitting the brachialis, right? So we're hitting the brachialis. If your arms are in tight, you're going to be hitting the long head of the bicep, right? The outer portion here. And you're also going to be hitting the forearms, the brachioradialis, you know? And a way you could kind of think of that is, you know, what's one of the major actions of the bicep? Well, it's supination, right? So we know this is supination because you can hold a cup of soup like this, right? The other way is pronation. Just remember one instead of both. It's easier. So you know the other one's not that one, right? So this is supination, all right? Now when you're supinated, you're getting activation of the bicep. So we take out supination a little bit. Well, then it's no surprise that the forearms are now going to be helping us. And instead of the biceps brachii, we're going to be working different muscles. You know, we'll also be hitting them, but they're not, you know, the only things are working in that regard, where we're also hitting that brachialis, giving us the width in the arm. So that's what we got for you guys. You know, we had a question about bicep curls, and I figured, you know, let's do a video on it. You could also do bicep curls isolated on a bench, and we call those preacher curls, right? And so you could do it where you hang your arm over a bench. You know, I don't love it with the single arm dumbbell where you have it on what's like an inclined bench and you lay your arm over like this. Some people like it, you can do that. But I like them with the preacher bench that's actually built for that, and you hang your arms over. It's great isolation, you know, kind of prevent you from using as much shoulder flexion, utilizing other muscles to help get the bar up. So, hope you guys get some big biceps from now on, baby. Big beefy biceps. Who do we got on here? Say what's up to the people. We're going to go. Enjoy Saturday night. Sabia, what's up? C9. Mike, the Eric Ortiz. Cheyenne, how you doing? Spherical Moonbow, Dave Beast from the East. Got some beast biceps. M-Dog, Cock Diesel. Ashley, how you doing? And Joshy Joe. That's for now. So we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Not sure where, not sure when, but we'll see you then. Have an amazing rest of your Saturday night. Thank you very much. Happy Win Wellness.